A very good morning to all of your class. So we are going to continue with chapter number 5th. Today this will be our last video, elections of civics. So we are doing the topic, the model code of conduct for elections. Now another important function of the election commission is to prescribe a model code of conduct, means set of guidelines. They have to prescribe the set of guidelines for the candidates and political parties which ought to be followed by them. Ought to be means it is their duty to follow this set of guidelines. It lays down that a minister should not make any promise for giving any facilities to the people since the notification to the end of election. What it is said that any minister who is participating or not participating also, he is a minister, he should not make any promise to any candidate, okay, to any people. They should not make any promise to means they will get this facility or that facility. That promise should not be made or not should be given by the end of the elections, till the elections are ended, okay, and the candidate is elected. Before that you can't make any promise. Ministers should not combine their official work when they come for electioneering to a constituency. So when they are coming in the elections, so they should not held their official work, okay, so they should not continue with their official work. No obstruction should be created against meetings or rallies organized by the other parties or parties. Obstruction means barrier, okay, there should be no any hurdle, any barrier should not be created in the meetings or rallies, okay, that are done by the parties, okay. Then no one should arouse caste or communal sentiments during election campaign. So no one should bring out the communal sentiments, means the opinions of the groups, okay. So no one should bring out that. No one should bring out their caste opinions, okay, that this belongs to this caste, this belongs to this caste. So there should be not this thing done during the election campaigns, means during the rallies or during the meetings, okay. Then places of worship should not be used for election work. Then places of worship means temples, churches, gurudwaras, these should not be used for elections. The poll arrangement and the officers on duty. The election campaign is supposed to be stopped 48 hours before the polling takes place, means 2 days before, okay. So election campaign, the rallies and everything should be stopped before 2 days of the elections, or you can say before 48 hours of the election. During this time all arrangements for peaceful and fair polling are made by the election commission. So all the arrangements they are doing, that the election should be held freely and fairly and everything should be done peacefully. Polling booths are set up. The polling staff is deputed on duty. So polling booths, they are all are ready, okay, and the polling staff is appointed on the duty. There are 5 or 6 persons at each polling booth. Example, a presiding officer, 3-4 polling officers and 1 attendant. So one main head is there, other are their assistants, okay. Then the presiding officer supervises the whole process of polling at his booth. So who look out the whole process of polling booth? The presiding officer. With the help of polling officers, he checks the names of the voters, issues them ballot papers and ensures the secrecy of vote, okay. So with the help of polling officers also help them. What he does, he checks the names of the voters, okay, those who are voting. They issues them ballot papers and then ensures secrecy of vote. They should the vote till means it should be kept secret to whom we are voting. The voter goes behind a screen or curtain and puts a seal mark against the name of the candidate he wants to vote for, okay. So he presses the button, okay, to whom we want to choose, okay. He goes behind a screen or a curtain and he gives us vote. In order to check impersonation, the finger of a voter is marked with an indelible ink. Indelible means making mark that cannot be removed, okay. So they are applying here on your, you can say on your finger, okay, they are applying ink to check impersonation, means if anybody is doing fraud, okay, that no one should commit any type of fraud. So that's why they mark with inedible ink. then counting of votes and declaration of results. After polling is over at 5 p.m. on the polling day, the ballot boxes are sealed and taken to the counting station under heavy police custody. So when this polling, or you can say voting is over, elections are over at 5 p.m. so after that, what the ballot boxes, they are sealed and taken to the counting station where they can count with heavy police custody. Usually counting begins a day or 2 days after the polling has ended, means after the elections are ended or polling is ended, after that 1 or 2 days after the counting it starts, the parties appoint their counting agents in whose presence counting of votes is done. The candidate who scores the highest number of votes among the candidates in a constituency is declared as elected. Okay, so he is elected. In case of a tie between two candidates, it is decided by a draw of lot by the returning officer. So means by the deputy commissioner it is elected, to whom he will give vote, so that party will be elected. Then fresh poll. The election commission may order fresh poll in a constituency if incidents of booth capturing, destroying of the ballot paper or ballot boxes occur, or if these are otherwise lost in transit. So when their fresh elections can be made, or you can say when the fresh elections are ordered, they are ordered in a constituency, or you can say in an area, if what type of incidents happen, booth capturing, means if there is any type of fraud done, destroying the ballot papers are destroyed, okay, ballot boxes are destroyed, or if they means anything else is done, okay, or they are otherwise lost in transit. Transit means carrying of things from one place to another, means if they are while carrying one place to another, they are doing any fraud, okay, so that at that time they can give order for fresh polling or fresh elections. The election commission fixes the next day of the poll, so next day is fixed for the elections. Then this happened at Patna, Bihar parliamentary constituency election in February 1998. So fresh polling was held in Bihar in Patna in 1998 February, okay, because of some of these incidents this was held. So beta, chapter is completed. I hope that chapter is clear to you. Revise it. If you all have any problem, then let me know.